Namaste, welcome to Yoga and You. I am Rasika Sampath. Today we are going to be looking at yoga for stiff bodies. Now, I am not flexible enough for yoga is a sentence that I am all too familiar with as a yoga teacher. We hear that so often where people say we want to join yoga classes but we are not flexible enough. I think this largely stems from the picture that we have of a yoga practice where people are contorting themselves into complex pretzel-like shapes. Mostly these are hypermobile, hyperflexible bodies. But in reality, the stiffer you are, the more your yoga practice can benefit you a lot. So we are not looking at these complex routines, we are not looking at a very long duration of practice. Consistency is all it takes. A short, simple practice but done consistently goes a long way in helping you improve your flexibility, your strength and mobility as well. So try this practice out, do it consistently and you'll see visible changes yourself. What can really help if your body is stiff is to use props in your practice. So you can use a couple of blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, use hardbound books. Maybe a bolster would help. Straps would help, wall, chair. You can use so many props that are available in your house in order to aid and enhance your practice. So let's get started today. You'll need a couple of blocks and a strap for today's practice. So we'll start with what we call Hasta Vinyasas, just to open up into the chest area, to open up the lungs, to enable us to breathe better and also to kind of open up into the upper body and the entire body actually. Okay, so you'd require to stand up on your mat. You can have your feet together if you're comfortable with the balance. If not, you can keep a slight gap between your feet, but your feet should be parallel like train tracks. Okay, stand up nice and tall in Tadasana. Draw the navel in, roll the shoulders back and down. And follow the breath along with the movement in these postures. Very important. The breath is as important or more, if I should say, than the posture itself. Alright, let's go. Inhale, and as you lift your arms up, lift your heels up as well. Interlock your fingers, press the palms up towards the sky. Exhale and release all the way back down. Let's do that one more time. This time we'll hold it. Inhale and lift up. Interlock your fingers, press the palms up and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and release. We're going to continue with some movements which are similar to this. Inhale, lift your arms up but let your heels be down. Interlock your fingers, press the palms up. As you exhale, bend both your elbows and hold on to opposite shoulder blades. I will turn back and show you. So these are your shoulder blades. Now if you don't have the flexibility to touch your shoulder blades and if your hands are somewhere here, no problem, you can reach for wherever it's accessible. Just try and stretch out the tricep area. Inhale, stretch up again. Exhale all the way back down. Let's do that one more time. This time we'll hold it. Inhale and lift, interlock your fingers and press. Exhale, bend your elbows the other way around and stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your arms, stretch up. Exhale and release all the way down. Inhale, lift the arms up, keep going, interlock your fingers, press up. Exhale, this time bend over to the side, to the right side. Inhale and lift. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend to the right and this time stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and release all the way down. Inhale, move on. Interlock your fingers, lift up. Exhale, twist your body to the right and look up at your palms. exhale and come back to center. Inhale here, exhale, twist to the left and look up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right, look up and stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left, look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, back to center. Exhale and release your hands all the way down. We take a little back bend now. Inhale, lift your arms up. Again, interlock your fingers and press. Exhale, take your hands back behind you. Now, if you have the flexibility, you can come into reverse namaste like this. If you cannot, press the entire palm, then hold on to opposite elbows, no problem. Whatever your variation is. From here, inhale and take a little back bend. So, stretch your chest, lift up. Exhale, come back to center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and lift, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale here. Inhale, lift your arms up, interlock your fingers and stretch. Exhale and release all the way back down. Lovely. Now let's move on with the practice. You will need 2 blocks, so keep them handy. You're going to place those blocks in front of you. Let's keep it at the medium height for now, and then we'll see what height would suit you. Okay, you can have your feet about hips width apart. We're going to come into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Okay, so for this, place your hands on your hips. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips as you fold down. Now, as you fold down, you can put a slight bend in your knees. Especially if you have a stiff body, you might find it particularly uncomfortable in the hamstring when you stretch into a forward fold like this. Okay. Place your hands on the blocks. This is where you will decide which height suits you depending on how tight you are or how flexible you are. You could either bring it to the lowest height or the medium height or the tallest height. Okay, so place your blocks at whatever height allows your palms to completely rest. Okay, continue to have a bend in the knees, but engage the quadriceps, which is the fronts of your thighs. That helps you to find a stable stretch. The quads help to straighten the knee, so use them. Do not use the joint. Okay, so use the quads, and if your knees do straighten, great. If not, it's no problem. You can always keep it bent. Good. From here, finish your exhalation and then drop your knees down, come into a tabletop. Keep the blocks handy, but you need not use it for now. Place your hands under your shoulders, so your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We'll take 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, arch your back, lift your chest, lift your chin up, lift your sit bones. Exhale, round your back, look in, draw the navel in. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. One more time. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale and round your back. Inhale, come back to center. Now we're going to be working on our wrists, the front and the back. Okay, so for the first one, I want you to have your palms facing you and the fingers pointing towards each other. Okay, bend your elbows, make a fist out of both your hands and do your best to straighten your elbows. It's okay if it doesn't go all the way to straight, even if it's somewhere here, it's fine, as long as you're feeling a stretch in the fronts of your wrist. Stay here, breathe. And slowly release. Now take your fingers to point back towards your legs. And from here tuck your toes and sit back towards your heels. Feel the stretch in the backs of the wrists. Good. Come back to center. Neutral hands. Now from here, the next pose we're going to get into is called puppy pose or anahatasana, and for this we're going to be using 2 blocks again. Alright. Now a lot of you who are stiff might notice that when you are asked to put your hands up, you're not able to really bring your bicep by the ear straight like that without arching your back, right? You might notice your hands are pretty wide or they're out in front of you. A lot of people are stiff like that. What that means is that your external rotators are weak, and your triceps, your pecs and your anterior deltoid muscles are stiff. So what we're going to be practicing now really helps with that. It helps to open up into all these areas. Okay, so place your blocks shoulder width apart, and you can take it at the medium height. See how you feel and then adjust the height accordingly. Okay, now you'll place your elbows right at the center of these blocks, palms together. Take your knees back, push the hips back as you bring the chest and the head down. As you do that, bring your thumbs towards the back of your neck and keep squeezing the elbows towards each other. That is going to help you feel the stretch in all the right places. We'll stay here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lift up, walk your knees one step closer and relax. Sit on your heels again. Notice how that felt around the shoulders. You might feel some heat around the shoulders. You can practice this for longer. You can practice several rounds of this. This is a really, really good posture that you can take away from today's practice. Now, the next one we're going to be practicing is dolphin. So you're going to bring your forearms down. You can even interlock your fingers if you'd like to. Your arms, your elbows should not be wider than your shoulders. So wrap your arms around, your palms around your arms and measure them. You should be able to wrap your triceps comfortably. Then you can release your hands, interlock your fingers, tuck your toes and lift the knees up. Straighten your knees and try to drive the heels down as you push away using your forearms. Look in, draw the navel in and stay here. 5, 4, 3, you can even put a slight bend in the knees, no problem. 2 and 1. Great. Drop the knees down. Relax in child's pose for a while. So you can bring a block in between your knees. Take your knees out slightly wide. Child's pose, which is a seemingly very simple posture, can also be pretty challenging if your body is stiff. Rest your head on the block. Extend your hands forward and just allow a moment of silence here. Come back to the intention behind your practice. Why do you practice? And whether it is strength you're looking for or flexibility or whatever it is that you're looking for from your practice, know that it takes patience and consistency. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly release the block for now. Keep it handy, we will need it. Now come back into that tabletop position and we're going to slowly move into a downward facing dog. Okay. So tuck your toes, start to lift the knees up, send the chest back. Now downward dog again can be pretty difficult for stiff bodies. So I want you to keep your knees bent. You don't have to strain your hamstrings. Focus on pushing the mat away and bringing the chest towards the thighs. As you do that, draw the navel in so that you're trying to get your navel off of your thighs. Okay, so chest towards the thighs but the navel away from the thighs. You can continue to have the knees bent, no problem. As and when you feel more and more comfortable, you can begin to straighten the knees. Driving the heels down is not at all a compulsory thing. That is something that just happens when you find the length in your hamstrings. Stay and breathe. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Excellent. Now, you're gonna inhale and come forward into plank pose. Exhale and come all the way down onto your belly. We're gonna take a couple of rounds of cobra or bhujangasana. The first one, we will do it without using the hands. So you'll lift your hands up, inhale and lift your head and chest up. Engage the glutes and squeeze the inner thighs towards each other as you do this. Exhale and come back down. This time take your hands behind your back, interlock your fingers. Inhale, lift the head and chest up as much as you can. Exhale and come back down. Good. Now, inhale and come up into a bhujangasana. Use your hands. Maybe come into an upward dog if you're used to it. Exhale, adho mukha, downward facing dog. Good. From here, inhale and you're going to step your right leg forward. Now, that might not be possible for many people, so in which case you can drop the left knee down and then step the right leg forward. Now you'll bring in your blocks. You're going to keep your blocks by your side, by the side of your hips. And we're going to go from this Anjaneyasana position, like a low lunge. Push the hips forward as much as you can. You'll feel the stretch in your hip flexor on the left side. Exhale and straighten your legs into a half splits. Continue to have these blocks. Let's do that about 3 more times, or rather 3 times totally. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the spine up. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend the knee and stay here. You can have your blocks at any height, whichever feels comfortable. But the important thing is you want to push the hips forward. Okay, and we'll stay here for another 3, 2, 1. Exhale, straighten the leg. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Try to get your ribs over your thighs. If you're tight, you might be somewhere here, like a bug. That's fine. Stay there. Just focus on finding length. So focus more and more on bringing the crown of your head towards your toes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, bend the right knee again. Now this time, take your block, place it towards the inside of your right leg. Move this other block away. Bend the back leg. Bend the left leg. Now, it might be a little difficult for you to reach back with your right hand. So you can try multiple levels of this. You can even try it at the highest level. Place your hand on it so you're almost straight, and then you can reach back. You can further help yourself by looping a strap around the foot and holding on to that. Okay, the objective over here is for us to be able to pull the heel close to your butt. When you do that, you'll feel the stretch intensify in the quad. Stay there and breathe. 1, 2, this is also great psoas stretch. 4, 5. Gently release the leg. Place your hands back down. And let's get back into a downward dog position. Tuck your back toes, lift, and take your right leg back into downward dog. Adho mukha. From here, let's do the same on the other side. So you want to step that left leg all the way forward. You can do it with the right knee down like I showed you on the other side. Drop the right knee. Use those blocks. Place them on both sides. And then inhale, push the hips forward towards your heels. Exhale, half split, straighten your leg. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend. exhale and straighten it. Hold this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and straighten the leg. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place that block at whatever height you did on the other side on the inside of your left foot. Bend the right leg. Reach back in whatever way you did on the other side. Use the strap if you must, and then pull the heel in towards the butt without lifting the hips back. You don't want this to happen. Continue to have the hips down. Pull the heel towards the butt and stay. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Gently release the leg. Release the block to the side. Place your palms down. Lift up into downward dog again. Take your left leg back. Breathe. Again, you can keep your knees bent, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Drop your knees down. And let's come into Sukhasana. Let's come into Sukhasana. Cross your right shin in front of the left. Keep your shins a little away from your groin, not too pulled up. Okay, flex both your feet. Inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale and come into a forward fold. You can also use a block and bring your head on the block at whatever height. Stay, breathe. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale and walk your hands to the left. Inhale, lengthen your spine and exhale to fold over your left leg. Feel the stretch in the lower part of your right waist. Good. Now from here you can place your left hand by the left side and lift your right hand up and over your ear. If it's possible, you can bring your left forearm down without lifting the right hip up. Feel the stretch rise further up your right side body. And slowly come back up. Let's switch the cross of the legs, left leg in front of the right. We'll repeat the same things, okay? Inhale, hands up. Exhale and fold down. Keep shifting the hips back as you extend the spine forward. Maybe bring your head down. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, walk your hands to the right. Inhale to lengthen through the left side body and exhale, fold over your right leg. Breathe into the sensations. Good. Now you may place that right hand by your right side. Lift the left hand up and over your ear. Root down through the left sitting bone. Your entire body facing the front. Good. Inhale, slowly come back up. And now let's lie down on our back. Keep a strap handy before you do. So a yoga strap if you have one. If not, you can use a belt, you can use a dupatta, shawl, towel, anything that you have around you. Lie down. Okay, from here we're going to bring our right knee into your chest. Loop the strap around the arch of your right foot. We're going to come to Supta Padangushtasana. We'll do A, B and C. You may choose to keep the left knee bent like how I have if you have stiff lower back and if you have very stiff hamstrings. So you can straighten that right leg as much as is comfortable. It's okay if it doesn't go all the way to straight and it's somewhere here. No problem. Just engage the quad, the front of your thigh, so that you are able to get the maximum stretch in the back of the leg. Okay. Keep pulling the leg in towards your face. If you are comfortable, you can extend the left leg also onto the mat. Keep the neck neutral. Don't strain the neck by extending it back. Breathe into the hamstring. Good. Now for Supta Padangushtasana B, we'll take the bent leg variation. So you can continue to hold the strap with your right hand, bend the right knee into a 90-degree position and take the leg over to the right side. Now it's alright if your leg doesn't go all the way down, mine doesn't either. You just want to focus on trying to push the knee down as much as possible so that you feel a stretch in the inner thigh. You can even place a block under your leg for support. What is important here is that the left hip does not lift off. Good. Come back to center, and on the next exhale, hold the strap with your left hand, open the right hand out to the right side and take your right leg over to the left side. You can also keep it bent, okay, into a twist. Keep the right shoulder blade planting down and gaze over your right shoulder. Slowly come back up. Release the strap from the right leg. Release the right leg. Or you can keep the knee bent as you did on the other side. We're going to bend the left leg and loop the strap around the left foot. Same thing. Straighten as much as possible. If possible, release the right leg. Breathe into the back of your left leg. Now hold it with your left hand, bend the left knee to a 90-degree angle and open it out to the left side. Bring the leg back to center. You can continue to keep it bent. Hold it with your right hand. Open the left hand out to the left side and take your left knee over to the right into your twist. You can straighten the leg if you're comfortable with it. If not, keep it bent. Gaze over your left shoulder. Feel the twist in your spine. Feel the stretch in the outer hip and the glute. And slowly come back to center. Release the strap. Hug both your knees into your chest, Apanasana. Give yourself some self-love for having completed this practice. And then when you're ready, slowly release, feet apart, hands apart, palms facing up, and relax in Shavasana for as long as it serves you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope some of that stiffness has opened up just a little bit, but remember that consistency is key. So remember to come back to this practice daily and at least few times a week, if not daily. Thank you so much.